Hello and welcome everybody to BBL Season 8. We are in the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs, and we are in a deciding Game 3 here of the ALDS. Mellon has defeated the Mariners 13-8 in Game 1 at Sandy Flats. Despite a deck that was stacked against us, we played well, and ultimately the Mariners underperformed and we went away with a victory. But then we lost Game 2 17-7 at Tin Can Alley. We absolutely failed. I absolutely failed, and so the series continues. It is tied, and this is the deciding Game 3. Winner take all. We are back at Sandy Flats taking on the Minnesota Mariners. I'm definitely more optimistic going into this game than I was going into Game 1. And I would say there are three main reasons. One is just the fact that we won Game 1. Proves it's possible. Number two is the fact that now that Ace has played 3 games against me as the Mariners, and the highest score he's recorded in any of them is 17. So it shows that he's not quite as unstoppable against my defense as I would have thought he was, and he struggled more at sand. So that also makes it feel like this game is very much winnable, potentially. And number 3, as we'll go into a bit here, I think for once the good and bad days favor me, and hopefully that will prove to be correct. So I can't say I think we're going to win, but I think we have a pretty good chance, and I think we could come out of this game with a very good score and very well advance, even if we don't get a super good score. So, name of the game tonight is Optimism and Staying Relaxed, and if I need to stop because I'm doing poorly, then we'll do that as well. So, high hopes for this game, and hopefully they will not prove to be unfounded. Alright, so, first things first, the game is going to crash on me. Alright, I somehow knew that was going to happen. One moment, we share once again. Alright, here we go. Back on, hard difficulty, everything good here. And alright, here we go. Same game I had before that I pre-rolled and then saved. Don't worry. So, first off, let's get the bad news out of the way. The bad news is Sheila Vasanti. Another nerf. And that's another nerf for Sheila for her second game in a row. Fortunately, this time, she's still usable. Only 2 hitting, she's not going to be hitting the ball much, and she does have a running nerf, but she still has 7 running. So she still could beat some out for base hits if she does get on base. She's still fine on the base paths. This is not a complete disaster. It's not great, but we can work with it. Especially if you look at the other stuff going on the Mariners team. Donald Vogel, speed nerf to 4. Fielding nerf, who knows what that affects. Kristen Sullivan, speed nerf to 4. So both Donald and Kristen significantly slower than normal today. And I think the Mariners already aren't the fastest defense, which doesn't help them too much at sand and helps me. So that should be even more to my advantage. Having 2 slow infielders, especially would be nice, hopefully, for counteracting Sheila's speed nerf. I think Kristen's speed nerf is going to make it a lot easier for Sheila to actually get on base. And there's no buffs on this team, except for the regular Mariner stamina buff and a hitting buff for Kristen, which we can certainly live with. Alright, good news number 2. Shane Smith. Batting buff, up to 9 hitting. He's already a solid hitter as it is, so whatever this is, it should be pretty good. Especially if we end up in a situation where we feel we need to use power. And that puts us up to another 9-9 hitter, which is pretty good. What's even better? Phil Nevin buff. Phil is 10 hitting, 9 running for this game. So I have 4 different players who have a 9 or better in both hitting and running for this game. And you know, Phil's already a great hitter, so this is going to make him just that much better, and will give him good utility on the base path. So that all, I think, more than makes up for the Sheila nerf. Everyone else is normal today. So yeah. Very interesting set of buffs and nerfs, and I do think that it all comes out overall in my favor. I've also retooled my lineup to match here. Lindsay and Shane, hopefully big 1-2 punch now to start with the lineup with Shane's buff. Heather's still batting third, because I just think that's a place in the lineup that makes the most sense to put her. But then Phil with a batting and speed buff, then Dimitri, then Jay Green. It's going to be complete domination, hopefully, in that part of the lineup on a regular basis. Sheila hits after Jay because I want a fast runner on base when she's up, to give, I think, the best chance of a good outcome. No double play or anything like that, and I'd rather have her batting here at the end of the lineup than up at the top of the lineup. Then once Sheila's on, we're not Stan for regular hitter, and then Fabian to clear the bases, bring everything around. Normally bats fourth, but I couldn't not put Phil Nevin way up high in the lineup. Fabian's the one good hitter who I feel like I can spare down here for the lineup. Hopefully we'll clear things up. Even if she doesn't, Lindsay and Shane at the start of the lineup should bring things around, so... I don't think we have any rally killers anywhere here in our lineup, so this all should add up to a big, great game. Time to find out if it actually does. Lindsay Velgate leading off. 8 for 9 so far this series. Delivering per usual, we will take strike one. If we can tire Kristen out and then get her to like first base, and that will be a big coup early on. With Kristen and Yvonne likely to be the first two pitchers, we ought to hopefully wreak some nice havoc with the Mariners' defense here after a while, and make it even easier to do well against this team. Low for ball 2. 2-1 is the count on Lindsay Felgate. Now just hoping I don't get too wound up and start making mistakes, because I'm too tense and nervous. 2-2 as we take a corner pitch for strike 2. Gotta pay close attention now. Welcome, Joba, by the way. And there we go. Didn't mess that up. Beautiful line drive to left center field for Lindsay. It's going to be a single. We're going to try to stretch it into 2. Not that close of a call. And a leadoff double for Lindsay Felgate. Was slightly nervous about going for it, but decided to do it, and my intuition proved correct. Lindsay made it with plenty of time to spare. Shane Smith, with his batting boost, is now up. Hopefully just good outfield hits for days this game. Donald does not go for it. Easy base hit for Shane. Kathy tries to bait me by throwing one into the ground, but I do not take the bait. Everybody holds. Single for Shane Smith. 2 on, nobody out. Heather Quinn is up. Heather, as usual, as could be expected from her relative skill levels, is not the biggest contributor to the team this game, or this series, but she's been pulling her own, especially that grand slam, and fortunately for me, Cheryl does not try to throw Shane out at second, so we get the easy stolen base. Runners on the corners with nobody out for Heather. Good situation. Unfortunately, her well-hit line drive goes directly to Timmy Unger. 1 out. No big deal yet. Phil Nevin is a hitter. We are not going to swing power with him. We're just going for contact here. With his speed boost, even solid contact is great. Phil, even normally, is a decent hit for contact hitter. It's just with his relatively slow speed, you'd rather have a big bomb. Now that he has a running boost, I'm not worried about that. 1-1 is a count. And sends one. Oh no, it's straight to Timmy. Timmy does not field it successfully. Error by Timmy Unger. Let's Phil reach first safely. Lindsay scores. It is 1-0 Melonheads. We are officially on the board. Dmitry Petrovich up. 2 on. 1 out. Jay Green on deck. Going for power swing and looking for a beautiful meaty pitch. Kristen already, by the way, at 12 pitches. We are making her work here, and that should pay dividends down the road. Not going to swing at that. With power for Dmitry, only going to swing at an absolutely beautiful pitch. If we don't get that in 2 pitches... Oh, that was actually pretty beautiful. I just messed up the timing. Then we will swap to line drive and just hope for the best. And I mess up the timing. Dmitry swings early for the 2nd out. No good. Not a disaster. We can still salvage this. No problem. Jay Green is a hitter now. Jay, only batting .571 in the series, has had one of the weaker series of everyone. Let's see if he can return to form. Live up to his reputation here. Chases an outside pitch for strike 1. Not a great start. Fouls one off. Gonna swap to line drive. It's fast runners on base. Rather go for contact than swing big and strike out. Just outside. I think I could have destroyed that actually if I'd swung. Oh well. Striking out once is getting to me, I think. 2-2 the count on Jay. And makes contact on the third pitch. Bounces straight to Kathy. There is no play. Single for Jay Green. Bases are loaded. And Sheila Basanti is now up. Unfortunately, Sheila Basanti is our Nerf player. The good news is everybody here is reasonably fast, but we're going to need a perfectly placed hit if this is not going to be the third out. But that's, again, Shane is fast, Phil is fast, Jay is fast. It's going to be a confused defense. Kristen is slow and tired, Donald is slow, Jorge is not fast. So I think Nikki is slow. I think there's decent odds. Also, it's 3-0, so we might just walk, and that would solve our problems quite neatly. 3-0 on Sheila. Definitely not swinging at this no matter what, especially with it so obviously ball 4. Biggest potential problem averted as Sheila Basanti draws a walk. It's now 2-0 Melonheads. The inning continues. We are one get hit away from an absolute breakthrough in the first. Let's see if Stan Olafson can deliver. Hitting only .428 on the series. Maybe I should have swung at that one, I don't know. I was nervous about it. Looking for an absolutely beautiful pitch to nail with power swing, and then I swing at a not-so-good pitch for a high pop-up instead. That was absolutely stupid. I should not have swung at that. I couldn't resist, and it's an easy catch for Timmy Unger for the third out. Not good decision-making there. Put a bunch of people on base, get 2 of them across, so it's a decent start, but could have been better. That's okay, though. We don't need to score every run in the first inning. Solid start. We tired out Kristen some. Got some runs on the board. Got almost all the way through the lineup. Things are still okay. 0-2 on Kathy Wolf to start the bottom of the first. And swing and a miss for strike 3. Leadoff strikeout for Kathy Wolf. I 100% should have taken that and hoped for a better pitch on the third strike for Stan. That was inexcusably bad. Shows just how easy it is to make bad decisions in the heat of the moment. Anyway, Timmy Unger with an easy ground out for out number 2. We do have a more juice for Jay if he needs it, so that is good. Always nice to have that from the start of the game. And Cheryl Reynolds is a hitter. Hits one into the ground on the first pitch. Alright, quick and easy inning, wasted no pitches. And so we are done with the first inning. 2-0 Melonheads to start. Let's see if we can get our big rally in the second. Fabian Callahan leading off. Has had a rough series, but she was nerfed in Game 1. Now she's at Sandy at full strength, and we should be seeing some bombs from her. Fouls went off. Couldn't quite react fast enough to take that fast pitch on. Kristen almost threw 30 pitches in the first, so yeah. Not a great situation for her. Solid line drive by Fabian, straight to Kristen. And that's 1 out. Lindsay Felgate now up. Hit a leadoff double in the first. Continues to be an absolutely amazing player for me. Takes ball 1. Kristen, 31 pitches with 1 strikeout, which might have given a power-up. And 1 walk. The sooner we can get her off the mound and replaced with Yvonne, the better. And Lindsay sends one sky high, but it's not going out. That is going to be a ground rule double, folks. And we will take that. Lindsay, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles on the game, contributing very well. That makes Shane Smith the hitter. Shane, again, for those latecomers, has a batting boost to 9 today, so ought to be able to get some good hits here. Especially if Kristen gives us something good to hit. Ooh, nasty strike 2, so 0-2 for Shane. Don't want another strikeout here. He makes do on a not super ideal pitch, but that will land. Kathy has to waste time jumping on the ball, which gives Lindsay plenty of time to make it to third. Deja vu from the first here. with a double by Lindsay, followed by an advancing single from Shane. Let's see if we can get the same result on the steal attempt, too. Heather Quinn is up. She lined out in the first, so let's see if we can change that particular bit of history. Takes ball one high. Cheryl does indeed throw the ball to third instead of second. Shane steals easily. No double play chance. All in all, very nice situation. Phil Nevin is on deck. And Phil Nevin is boosted. 1-1 for Heather Quinn. Kristen definitely having trouble here on the mound. I suspect she will not be on the mound for much longer. And a beautiful pitch to Heather. Heather making up for the mistakes of the past. 3-run home run. It is called a home run this time. Heather Quinn goes yard, and it is 5-0 Melonheads. That is extremely satisfying after what happened in Game 1. Oh yes, how sweet it is. How sweet it is indeed. Alright, Phil Nevin is up. Phil Nevin is boosted to 10 batting and 9 running, so we are swinging line drive with him with nobody on. Just swinging to get on base is good enough for me. Strike one. 1-1 is a count. Dmitry Petrovich is on deck. Jay Green in the hole. And Phil nails one on line drive. That bat and boost coming into play. That is a no-doubter. Back-to-back home runs for the Melonheads. 6-0. Even if we lose here and we don't make it on, you cannot say the Melonheads went down without a fight. This is quite a game. And we still have 14 outs to work with. Hopefully, there are many more runs still to come. Dmitry Petrovich is up. Dmitry responsible for one of the less fine moments of the game so far, as I messed up the timing and he struck out. And that is it for Kristen Sullivan. She's going to play first base, where hopefully her being tired out and on top of being nerfed to 4 speed will prove a thorn in the Mariners' side. Yvonne Carter is now up to pitch. Not fast, not a great arm. Always nice to have for mound defense. Will be even nicer to see where she goes once we get her off the mound. 1-1 is a count on Dmitry. Have to watch out now, though, because she is a fresh pitcher. And Jorge is avoiding it, letting Yvonne go for it. And Yvonne's arm is just weak enough. I think Kristen had to step off the bag to get it, and Dmitry is safe on first. There you go, folks. If Jorge had gone for that, that would have been an out, but yep. Nice work, Jorge. Jay Green is up. He singled earlier. Has not been the big flashy hitter of last season, but has been doing decently. And still someone we can hope for a big bomb from. On deck is nerfed Sheila Basanti. And a big boomer by Jay. That is, I think, gone. Yes, log shot for Jay Green. 2-run shot. Melonheads continuing the hot streak. That is 6 runs so far since we got the first out, I should say. Not a Jay Green monster bomb, perhaps, but just as good in terms of the results. 8-0 Melonheads. Might be jinxing myself here, but we are currently on pace to score 36 runs this game. Sheila Basanti up. We are hoping for a little one that we can leg out with the not-so-fast players here. Went a bit farther than I expected, but ultimately same result. Sheila's nerf, not a game ender for her. Able to hit it to the left side and leg it out for a single. Stan Olsen is now up. Stan ended the first inning when I stupidly swung at a pitch I should never have swung at with power. Looking for redemption here. Fabian Callahan on deck, by the way. Yvonne definitely pitching better than Kristen was, as one might expect. Line drive swing now. We take, of course, whatever we can get. But Always the bigger, the better. That, at any rate, is not going to be a double play. That's good enough for us. Yvonne goes for the easy out at first. Sheila is safe at second, so sack ground out by Stan. Not the most amazing ever, but it gets the job done. And Fabian is up. She has had a very rough series, has not yet recovered from momentum from her nerf from game 1. Let's see if this is where we see the return to form of Fabian. Even if she's out, that means we have Lindsay starting off the 3rd inning. And we have 8 runs on the board already. We're in good shape here at oof. Big oof. Fabian still hasn't recovered yet, hits one into the ground, and can't even make it halfway to first base. But let's not get discouraged. That was an excellent 2nd inning for the Melonheads. 6 more runs. We are back here in fine form. Plenty of chance to score more. It is 8-0 Melonheads. I think we have a solid shot of winning this series. And moving on to get to play at Big City Stadium in the ALCS against 2 we don't know yet. Nikki hits one into the ground, which he has no hope of beating out. Honestly, I'm at this point in full hoping for dinky hits to be out on mode. Can't really pitch to contact too much, though. Too many good bats here. If I'm not careful, something like that might happen. Phil going for it, but even with his running boost, nowhere close. That's going to be over the line, which is fine by me. Ground rule double for KO Tool. Yeah, see, I was slightly pitching for contact there, and even that, not good result, so yeah. Others might know how to make it work, but for me, for this kid, no pitch to contact. Not on anybody with decent hitting. It can't score on strikeouts. Ah, right. Ooh, very high pop-up for Jorge. Oh, whatever, we'll use a base trick this time. Dimitri misses it, going for Stat, and double play! Very nice. Then, I forgot who was a Stat. Dimitri has a backup for Stan. Catches the ball, rallies it in for a double play. Heather now has a power-up, folks. That's nice. It is a crazy bunch, the worst one we could have hoped for at this field. Oh well. It's still something. I'll take it. I'll still use it. Maybe. We'll see. This Mariners infield is pretty slow today, though, so it might not be that good of a choice. 1-1. Lindsay leading off the 3rd. She is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Takes a particularly nasty corner strike from Yvonne. Swings at this one, puts it in play. That is going to bounce before it gets to Kathy. Everything is happy. Takes off as it gets past Kristen, but Kristen not that tired. She can still throw well, unfortunately. That could be a problem. But still, Lindsay is safe. We are all good. Shane is up. I'm half tempted to ground her, but I'm worried that it'll go like straight into Jorge's glove. If I could be assured that Shane would just hit a good little grounder, then I would do that because that would be an easy hit, but as is, I think we have to go for line drive. Fouls went off. 1-1 the count. Yvonne already at 20 pitches, tiring her out decently. She's 3 runs away from being replaced as well, and a rip from Stan. Not from Stan, from Shane. Much better than a grounder. That's another reason not to ground her. That's at least 3 bases. I think that's going to be all the way around, folks. That's going to be all the way around, all right. Not even halfway in, even from Kathy Wolf's arm, and that's going to drain some more of her stamina, honestly. She gets in one more throw as well. Very nice, very nice. Inside the park home run from Shane Smith. The batting boosts. The batting boosts are coming in handy this time. Heather Quinn is up. I am not using crazy bunts, folks. A crazy bunt would almost certainly be a single from Heather. I have decent enough chance for that. With a line drive here, I might even get another lock shot. Or I might just do that. Easy pop out. Out number 1. Oh well. I'll save that crazy bunt for when there's runners on base and it really matters. Yes, Mello, I did note that Yvonne still has 1 more run to go before she gets swapped out. Alright. Heather's out, no big deal. Phil is a hitter, and we rip one down the line. Straight to Jorge, actually. If Phil was not running boosted here, and Kristen was not as slow as all heck, I would be a bit concerned. But as is, we're okay. Easy single for Phil. Nevin. Dimitri is up. It is currently 10-0 Melonheads. And we still have the majority of our outs to work with. Good looking pitch. Dimitri swings at the first one. It's going to go back there. Kathy's going to get it, but not in time to make any plays. Another single. Getting it done, small ball works. And Jay Green is up, especially when Jay Green is on deck. Small ball can work. Yeah, and there's honestly, there aren't many teams I think that can really take good advantage of this, but the Mariners are a fairly slow team even normally, and on sand that can be a bit of a problem. Takes them a while to get to the ball. And Jay with an absolute masher to left. That's a no-doubter. Another home run, this time a 3-run shot from Jay Green. It is 13-0 Melonheads. We have equaled our Game 1 total, and we still have 11 outs to work with. I am feeling good about tonight. Can't count our chickens before they hatch. Ace could easily still go off for a ton, but we are painting ourselves a good picture here for how to make it to the ALCS. Kristen Sullivan back on the mound. I'm guessing this is the first part of a two-step pitching change. Yep, and KO Tool is now on the mound, okay? If she can tire herself out good, then this will be good news indeed. Sheila takes that one. We don't want to hit the ball towards first base. Until Kay gets tired out, this could be problematic. But we do, on the other hand, have Kristen Sullivan in right field now, and Kristen Sullivan is slow. So, balls hit there unless they're straight to her. Likely to be base hits. Sheila fouls it off. It is 2-2. Sheila might be out here. That's okay. Oof. Messed up on that one. Sheila strikes out. 2 outs for the Melonheads. But even if we don't score any more this inning, we're in good shape. Stan Olafson is up. He is 0 for 2. The bottom of my lineup. Not having the best day today. Let's see if they can turn that around here. Stan sets a somewhat towering one into right center. Not as towering as it looked at first. Straight to Kathy, in fact. Oof. Kathy messing up there. I think Kathy has definitely lost some speed. Tiring out there in center field, and that is good news. I wouldn't call her super gassed yet, because this is sand. She would be running slower than that if she was super gassed, but definitely getting tired, which is very helpful. Fabian is now up, so most likely either we get some more runs in, or else Lindsay leading off once again in the 4th inning. All to the good either way. We do not take the bait. Very well placed elevator by Kay, but that's going to tire her out. And Fabian does not get a good pitch here, unfortunately. And Cheryl is patient enough to actually wait for Kay to make it to first base. Not going to send one out into the dunes. So Fabian is indeed out. It is not her game. But 5 more runs from the Melonheads in the 3rd means halfway through our scoring, we are up 13-0. Even if we lose, at least we lost playing well. Yvonne Carter is leading off here for the Mariners, probably somewhat tired. The count is 0-2 on her. And she refuses to strike, striking out. No pitch to contact there. Kristen Sullivan now up. And time to be a dirty heathen. Pitch to contact. Ace would be proud of me. Easy ground out for Kristen. No stamina refund for the Mariners. This is too serious business to go along with my silly principles right now. Oops can get mean when there's playoff spot on the line. Donald Vogel is up. He's also suffering from a speed nerf. In theory, this shouldn't be too difficult of an out. Especially if he just keeps missing on strike. Oh, okay. Shane refusing to come in, but he didn't need to. Sheila Bounces it off her head and then catches it on the rebound. An unconventional play, but it works. Third out, and the Mariners are down once again. Going into the fourth, 13-0. Very good chance I take a break after this inning, regardless of how well it goes. But we'll see. If I do really well again, I might keep going. Lindsay Felgate leading off. Not as good of a hit from her this time, but Yvonne nowhere close to the base. And in fact, Cheryl sends it into no man's land. 2 more bases for Lindsay. Leadoff single that is extended into a triple. We take it. We take it. Good work by Lindsay. Shane Smith is now up with 2 singles and an inside the park home run. He has been putting his batting boost to good use. Let's see him do the same. Just solid liners, not straight to a fielder for days is how this team has mostly been prospering. And some home runs. But it's been good. Ooh. That one straight down the first base line. And it's an out for Shane. Tough break. Tough break. Not so good. Okay, Heather Quinn is the hitter. The question is, do we pull out the crazy bunt? I think the answer is no. Our prospects for it aren't really any better than they were before. Heather is just as likely, I think, to get a single by normal means and maybe hit something even better without it. Yeah, crazy bunt just isn't that good on sand. And especially for a super slow player. If I have more than one, then whatever. I'll take this instead. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. There you go. Timmy drops it. Same result, didn't use up a crazy bunt. Might even be a better result. If the crazy bunt had died in the infield, then that could have gone ugly. So, Heather singles in a run. The combination just isn't that good. If I had any of the other power-ups, I would have used them with Heather at that at-bat. The crazy bunt just doesn't work that well. Phil Nevin is up. Has not really put his batting boost to huge... Well, yeah, he did hit 1 home run, so he did. This is his first time swinging power, sends one deep to center. Can Kathy make it in time? I think she will be able to. Not that good of a batting boost. Kathy catches it, 2 outs. We are definitely stopping after this inning. Don't want to have 2 more innings like this. Want to, Yeah, well, Heather was on first, so, you know, I need a bigger hit. Can't advance Heather to second base on just any old good line drive into the outfield. Alright, Dimitri is up. Can we continue on in this inning, or is this going to be a bit of a dud inning? In which case, yeah. Maybe should have swung at that one, actually. It fooled me. He did, but still, yeah. I want to swing for the fences with Heather on first. That includes Dimitri, so we are sticking with power. 0-2 the count. Looks promising. Unfortunately, it's a bit too far down and in. We are hoping for the doink. We get the doink. They both fall. Kathy gets it on the rebound, but not in time. Everybody is safe. Dimitri singles. That was a beautiful moment. Beautiful moment there. All right. Jay Green has hit 2 home runs in a row. Let's see if he can get another one and play like MVP Jay Green. Oh, so close. So close, but it goes foul. Ugh, another foul. Some good chances here for Jay. Now we will choke up and swing on line drive. Much better chances of getting Heather just a third. Unfortunately, Kay serves up a nasty pitch there. That will be an easy third out. Melonheads can't keep the rally going in the 4th inning. Only 1 more run, but still, this is now our highest score we've gotten in against the Mariners in any of our games. Only 4 runs away from outscoring the Mariners' best effort against us, so overall still looking pretty decent here. Kathy Wolf is now up. Oh, and 2 the count. I just remembered we don't really want to strike her out particularly. We can get her to ground out instead. That is far preferable. Jay been prospering very much on the mound, if not having a dominant game in terms of strikeouts. Jay trying to cover third base instead and let Fabian catch it. Not such a good idea. I've got to set him straight. He gets it, though. 1 out. Timmy Younger, the hitter. We are back to pitching for more strikeouts because Timmy is too good of a hitter to pitch to contact with. At least that is my line. And swinging and a miss, strike 3. Timmy Unger is out. 2 down. 1 to go for this inning. And Cheryl Reynolds, probably the single most dangerous hitter on this team. 100 power after all. Hoping to avoid the random home run. It's not the end of the world if she does get one, but it would be nicer if she does. Jay's starting to tire a bit. We will go ahead and juice him up as we're about to go into a new inning, although he was the last out of the last inning, so maybe that wasn't such a smart decision. Whatever. What's done is done. And hopefully he will be hitting next inning. And Cheryl with the easy ground out for out number 3. And that is it for the 4th inning. Mellon heads up 14-0. Solid score. Decent chances for making it a really good score here, although we are at the struggling bottom of our lineup. If we can get through them without a lot of outs, then we are in good condition indeed. But that is where the game is going to end for tonight. I was definitely not playing as well in the 4th, only scored 1 run. My suspicion is if I was to keep going right now, I would also not do very well in the 5th and 6th inning, so I'm going to put this game on the shelf, bring it back out later this week, and hope to get another couple big rallies like I did. If I could duplicate the 1st and 2nd innings going again, I'm at 22 runs, that's pretty darn good. Maybe I can do even better. In any case, I think my odds are better if I pick this up later. I think I've fallen off the really strong streak, so that is it for the Melonheads for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody.